Hey everyone, I just wanted to explain this new typing feature that we have in EZPZ Toolkit. It allows us to interact with the toolkit by typing basically, and there's three quick interactions I wanted to show you guys. So you can look at these examples by going into the examples folder, and it's in set number 17, keyboard typing. Alright, let's get going. So the very basic one, here is one where you can just type on the wall. It's a post-it note. So essentially what you do is you go up to it, you can see that it's interactable, and then you just go ahead and tap. And now you can type stuff. I can now type stuff in here. And you can see that I was pressing the W key and the S key, and I didn't move because we're currently in a locked typing mode, so we can't move our mouse and we can't move around by using the normal Minecraft controls. So to get out of this mode, we just press tab, and that's the end of typing. We can get back into it and just continue where we left off, like hello, and then I guess we can also delete that. So yeah, if you want an interaction where you can write post-it notes or write something on the wall, that's one way you can do it. But that's very passive. So another one is something that actually reacts to what you type, and it's a very basic text matching thing. So in this example, you just type close. So if you type anything else, it doesn't care. But if you type close, it'll close. The way that's achieved is basically it's in this text match object over here, the way this works is this is like a root object, but like the interaction happens in the interaction box, and it's just like your regular interaction box with inherited events, but you have something extra. So you now have an event here called on text match, and you can see that I'm just referring back to the same object. And then I'm deactivating the object when the word is matched. So currently the parameter here is closed, but you can turn that into anything else. So you can see that there's also this mode here called release on enter key, which basically instead of me having to press tab, it will go back into normal movement mode if I press enter key. So this is like in contrast to the basic typing one, which you can see that it's still pretty much the same object, but the only difference is it doesn't have the match text and the release on enter key ticked. So these are basically the same parameters, but just set the same object, the same script, but set with different parameters. Yeah, so that's the those are the two basic ones, and I'm not sure what's going on with this. I'll just get rid of that. But yeah, so if we go further into the example, there is a slightly more complicated one. So this one is the reactive terminal, and you can probably guess what's going to happen. There are 4 key words. Hopefully OBS records this, but like basically if I were to type in hello and press enter.
Hello.
Did that capture desktop audio? Let me see.
Hello.
Looks like it did. And then if I were to say there.
General.
So yeah, basically that's you can use that for a bunch of funny interactions. But yeah, the way that works is you have this reactive terminal. I think I better look at this bug, but it's not argument out of range. I'll fix that later. But basically, it's the same interaction box, but the difference here is that we have this event on enter key, and it's calling this other object over here, that's a text match relay. So basically what this is doing is it has a list. It's going to have so it's empty right now, but we have this object, we have this tick that says populate with children, and essentially it's just each one of these is just checking to see if what we typed in there matched the text. So what's happening is that when I type hello, the hello would come up here, and then I press enter, and then this object is going to call the text match relay, and then basically just call all of these and see which one matches. And it just so happens that when it does match, there is this event here again, it says on text match, that says that I'm going to play the sound that's connected to this. So you can see that there's an audio source. I've pre-prepared this, just me doing dumb recordings currently, like it's just in here, and you can see what'll happen when we press play. Is that it auto-populates all the text match triggers that's underneath this thing that is like a child of this particular object. So basically any new thing that we add onto here will be a new bit of text that we can recognize. So I'll just give you an example of how that might happen. So for example, we wanted to add a new word, like say medicine. So let's just go ahead and say medicine. So I'm just going to copy a pre-existing one. So Control D, like that. And I'll just call that medicine. This is just I'm just renaming that for cleanliness. That doesn't actually matter in terms of the logic just yet. The main thing that matters is this match text parameter. So I'll just call that medicine. And then I'm going to change the sound here because currently it's set to Kenobi, and that's not going to make sense if it says Kenobi. So I'm just going to go medicine like this. And then now we have a new phrase that this thing recognizes. So the idea here is if I were to type medicine, then it will say that it will play that file basically. So let's just go ahead and say medicine.
Do not take this medicine or you will die.
Oh no, don't do that. But yeah, so this video is getting a little bit long now, so you can, if you missed stuff, you can go back and replay. Thanks for watching. You can download this latest version on GitHub. Okay.